AD 9. 3 Roman legions are alive, but no longer fighting as one. A spear strikes one shield. The trapped column drives thousands of men into each other. Arminius attacks only where Roman eyes cannot connect one fight to the next.
State! Scuta sursum! Gradum servate! Hold the line! Push them back!
Weeks earlier, Varus believed Germania had already become governable. Arminius carried Roman citizenship, military experience, and permission to move between both worlds. Varus saw an ally. Arminius saw every rhythm Rome left unguarded.
Rome guarded the Rhine. Its summer army now operated far east, near the Weser forest. Markets opened, disputes arrived, and armed resistance remained hidden. Law seemed to produce obedience without another campaign. Small exchanges made peace visible, and visible peace began to feel permanent.
These disputes end without blood. That is how provinces begin.
Submission could be observed. Loyalty could not. Segetes notices the same private signal passing between unrelated visitors.
They are planning a
The
rebellion.
gate opens because Roman soldiers recognize Arminius and never think to search him. No visible army gathers. Separate leaders arrive, agree, and leave by different paths.
They guard the Rhine. Here, they trust us. Bind Arminius tonight. Bind me beside him if I have lied. I will not arrest an ally because his rival fears him.
Varus returns the sword. Behind him, Arminius enters through the unguarded gate. The warning changes nothing. Arminius sends runners before the camp wakes. Varus commands 3 legions, with auxiliaries and cavalry. In open ground, Roman ranks can absorb an attack and drive it backward. That strength needs alignment, signals, and room for every shield to move. The army carries food, records, animals, wounded men, and the people keeping them moving. Every added resource lengthens the body Varus must protect. A reported uprising arrives with smoke, urgency, and one convenient road.
We take the interior road. The column moves at first light.
Segestes reaches for Varus, but moving animals close the space between them.
I will gather the Cherusci auxiliaries. You should not wait.
Varus approves the route and Arminius's departure. The trap now needs only distance. The legions leave camp as units. The road immediately stretches them apart. A stalled cart separates the anchor from men marching only 10 paces behind. Wagons and animals cannot match infantry rhythm. Protection becomes uneven.
Move it!
Nearly 20,000 fighting men share this road with animals, wagons, and support crews. The road narrows from 6 men abreast to 3. Horn calls begin returning late.
Keep the eagle in sight. The rear has vanished again.
The attackers drag down one driver,
Move
then
forward!
disappear
Do not
before
let them
Roman
escape!
shields complete their turn. The anchor catches the next spear. A mule crushes soldiers against his notched shield. Germanic warriors climb the stalled wagon and strike trapped Romans at arm's reach. Roman shields finally lock. The attackers meet a wall instead of scattered men. The anchor pins a spear beneath his shield and steps inside its reach. A short Roman countercharge clears the wagon but opens another gap behind it. Arminius refuses the formed line. His fighters vanish uphill and reappear farther west.
Close the column! Close the column! Bring every standard toward the center!
Mounted aides cannot pass the wagons.
Out of the way!
Varus's order travels only one bend. The nearest standard advances. The rear standard halts beyond sight. The next bend holds abandoned shields, wounded animals, and no answer from the rear.
Form camp before dark. Bring every wounded man inside.
A spear breaks through the unfinished perimeter. 3 Romans seal the gap shoulder to shoulder. The camp restores a boundary. It cannot restore the missing sections outside it. Wounded men, animals, food, and defense now compete for one shrinking space.
Burn the wagons. Keep only water, grain, and tools. They are burning the spare shields. There is no road back.
At dawn, the shorter column moves with better order and less endurance. Open ground gives Rome its depth again. Arminius simply refuses contact. He attacks only after the road divides infantry from wounded men again. Rain hides signals, weights every shield, and turns each recovery into another delay. By midday, men disappear between one bend and the next.
Reach out!
Order now fails one wet handhold and one missed step at a time. Arminius spends men only where Roman movement has already exposed weakness.
Let the front pass. The animals will close the road themselves.
One spear frightens the leading mule into the infantry beside it. The wagon turns sideways. Men behind it stop before
Hold the
they
line!
understand
We are
why.
piling up!
The blockage travels backward faster than any command can travel forward. Germanic warriors vault the wagon and strike guards trapped between wheels and shields. Roman scooter crash into Germanic shields. The road becomes a fight measured in inches.
Behind my shield! Pull him clear before the animals turn!
A Roman pursuit climbs 10 paces uphill, loses formation, and meets another spear cast. Standards separate around different threats. Neighboring soldiers begin obeying different battles. At Calchris, the likely final constriction leaves one narrow strip of solid ground. The column enters between wooded slope and wetland. Nothing ahead allows it to widen. Stepping off the road breaks footing. Staying on it compresses every rank. Germanic wedges descend against the center, while the Roman vanguard continues west. 2 shield fronts collide. Men in the second Roman rank cannot reach the enemy. One legionary drags a wounded comrade from mud, while spears hammer covering shields. Roman infantry push uphill, but wet roots fold the front rank into the second. Arminius redirects the attack from the vanguard toward the standards in the center. The cavalry commander forces westward through infantry, leaving the exposed foot soldiers behind. A descending spear clips Varus' shoulder and twists him from the saddle.
The cavalry is gone. Keep the eagles with the infantry.
The eagle bearer kneels. 4 scooter close around the standard. Spears split one shield edge. The remaining escorts close over the fallen man.
Take the shaft. I will hold the gap. State!
Germanic warriors
Scuta
strike from
sursum!
slope and rank wide, bending the shield wheel inward. The eagle changes hands inside Roman ranks before it changes sides.
The army is finished. The eagles must survive us.
The final rush breaks the ring. Shieldless, the anchor keeps both hands on the shaft. Enemy hands wrench the eagle free only after the last Roman grip is dragged into mud. The eagle rises again, this time above Arminius's men.
Their eagle falls, and a new day begins.
Victory continues as Roman equipment is stripped, sorted, broken, and carried away. Bound and shieldless, the anchor watches the captured eagle disappear uphill. Scattered survivors reach the Rhine, while Western garrisons close their gates behind them. The feared invasion of Gaul never follows. Rome cannot know that yet. The report reaches Augustus. Varus dead, 3 legions destroyed, their eagles taken. Suetonius later preserved the crime that made an institutional disaster painfully personal.
Varus, give me back my legions.
Rome will never raise legions 17, 18, or 19 again. Teutoburg does not end Roman operations east of the Rhine overnight. Tiberius stabilizes the frontier. Germanicus later returns with larger, more cautious armies. 6 years later, Germanicus reaches ground where the dead still remain unburied. No soldier can identify a relative. They bury everyone as comrades. Rome recovers captured standards and wins later battles, but not permanent rule beyond the Rhine. Arminius destroys the army he targeted, but victory cannot make his coalition permanent.
Rome taught me to open gates. I could not teach these men to remain.
Rome can cross the river again. It no longer builds the same future beyond it. Rome returned to Germania. 17, 18, and 19 never returned to Rome.